I'm divorcing my husband because of his farts, and also everyone thinks I'm the honeycomb wife. I'm divorcing my husband because of his farts. But for the love of everything, please read the whole story before you comment. Seriously, I truly wish this were a joke. Part of this whole situation is on me for not realizing sooner just how bad it was going to get. We dated for quite a while before getting married, and during much of that time, I had lost my sense of smell due to a nasty cold that lasted for months. That fact alone is hard to believe, but it's true. Side note, I got my smell back eventually. The wild part is that when we were dating, he mostly hung out at my place, and I didn't have any unhealthy snacks lying around for him to indulge in every night. This detail is very relevant for the story. Once we got married, things went downhill quickly. He started inhaling every unhealthy snack he could find and as much dairy as possible at night. Sometimes he would go out and get a deep dish pizza loaded with extra cheese and devour it at midnight after eating an entire bag of greasy chips and like 20 pieces of candy and a glass of milk or two. At first, I thought it was just a bad phase, but as the nights progressed, I realized that his farts were becoming a nightly nightmare. I know what normal stinky farts are, even bad sulfuric farts, but these are not simply either of those. These farts are incompatible with life itself. The first time one really hit me, I almost vomited. I could taste them. They were almost tangible objects in the air. I'm convinced they are soaked into the carpet and walls. Rotten egg is not even close to describing what the smell is. It's almost as if something literally died inside his stomach and was leaking into the air, trying to kill anyone who breathes it in. His farts are not human. They are not silly little rotten egg farts. There is something wrong with him. Truly, these farts are almost alive with a mind of their own, and they are terrifying. If there was a horror movie made about farts, it would be about his. They are unsettling at best. They make your mind feel like something terrible happened, perhaps a murder. Your spirit does not feel settled because these are not normal farts in any way at all. These are violently horrifying. It got to the point where I had to stop sleeping in our bedroom just a couple of months into our marriage. Not only that, but I had to blast the AC, stuff towels under our door, stuff towels under my daughter's door, turn the fan on in both rooms, and sleep in her room with her. He snuck into her room and farted when I was almost asleep so that I would start dry heaving. I had to start sleeping with the door locked with her. I started taking prescription nausea medicine to keep my food down at night, just in case, because it was becoming a health hazard because of how sick it was making me. When I asked him if he thought the amount of food he was inhaling every night was causing his farts, he said yes. I asked if maybe he could slow down or substitute for healthier snacks such as sea salt popcorn or something lighter and less full of thick cheese snacks, and he said no. His reasoning? He said he likes the way the farts feel exiting his butt as they vibrate his prostate and butthole. Like, I'm not even kidding. He actually said that. I'm so horrified that I even typed that. My life became a living nightmare as I could no longer sleep in my room and also remain alive. My desk was in my room, so I also had to stop working in the daytime from my bedroom. He works from home in the bedroom too. I had to change the entire situation just to cater to the pleasure of his farts. I tried desperately to get him to go to a doctor. I found referrals to gastroenterologists. I bought him probiotics, enzymes, milk substitutes. I cooked healthy meals, and he would literally tell me he didn't want the healthy meal and drive himself to Taco Bell instead. He refused to go to the doctor. He took the probiotics sometimes, but usually just pretended to and slipped them by his nightstand so I wouldn't see that he didn't take them. Knowing I was going to have to remain on prescription nausea meds, possibly for life, just to cohabitate with this man was mind-blowing. Our budget was going crazy to keep up with the demands of the amount of food needed to keep his farting for pleasure needs met. At one point, he literally inhaled so much food so fast and so non-stop that he gained 12 pounds in 48 hours, and he looked at the scale and screamed. I tried to get him into therapy and a psychiatrist, but no. I'm a very body-positive person that does not fat shame and genuinely believes that you should eat what makes you feel healthy and good and not worry about hitting some numbers on a scale. The situation, however, feels like a very disastrous issue that is very weird and not very common, something that people probably can't relate to because it's just completely absurd in every way. He said he will always choose that vibrational fart feeling and the fart smell and the greasy snacks and the cheese above me. He said that is a hill he is forever willing to die on. Anyway, that is the story of why I am divorcing my husband over farts. On the surface level, I know it sounds like it's just about farts and that I'm just a really shallow wife, but I think it's actually so much deeper. It's just hard to explain how.